I'm exhausted today. I haven't slept really at all. Okay, let me make sure. Drogon! Drogon! Come here. Come here. Okay. Okay. You're good? Oh, gully dokily. I know you're upset that Papa left. I can't help you with that. We are doing well. We're waiting. And waiting. My goodness, what are we waiting? I made a dumpster of a deck box? I did. I did make a dumpster of a deck box. Hey, Rabbit, how much are tickets on the Catalina Ferry?
Let me see what I can find. Searching for Catalina Ferry ticket prices, 2025. Here are some current ticket prices for the Catalina Ferry. Catalina Express. Round-trip tickets cost approximately $84.
Wizard. Find the distress. And I'm outside.
Beyond sea.
Doors open. Really inconvenient way to open the door, though. Also, I'll be right back. Come on. Okay. Here we go again. Okay. Enemy is way. What we need to get to is way down there. Oh my. What the fuck? Okay, we'll go in the other way.
Who's there? Somebody help!
And roll! Be on seat! We got them all.
Keep going! I'm down here!
Yes,
This one's mine. And roll! Be on seat! Don't die! Isaksabo! Be on seat! Take worth and roll!
There we go.
Another win, but who's counting?
Hey,
Oh, finally a rescuer. I was beginning to lose my voice. You should ask Vidar of that. Oh, 1 minute. I'm engrossed in my research. The next thing I know, whoo, my workshop is in this damn pit. Absolutely not. Look at these ruins. I've been living on top of a death trap. Quilici warned Vidaro that the roots would swallow the soil. As usual, nobody listened to him. So, here we are. We've never had plants like these. I'm no botanist, but even I can tell that something's not right. Ah,
yeah, first things
nonsense!
first.
I can't go yet. My notes are down here somewhere. They contain priceless data on the wildlife around Fjord.
Main discoveries might be gone. That changes.
They may not be ruined yet, but we'll have to work quickly. As soon as I dug them out, a gang of sporlings ran off with them. I can heave myself topside in time, but I'm in no shape to fight.
Hold on. I'll be back with
Help with one hand and disparage with the other, huh? Fine, I'll take it. They ran into the ruins. Now hurry. I can't have a sporling eating my life's work. For all I know, they could be halfway to Nakutadek by now.
BRB. har har fiddle dee dee. Akadans fury. Oh, Kali Dokali.
Make worth and wrong! Isaksabu! Beyond seek! Heal yourself!
Of course. Hey. I need antidotes.
Isaksabu!
Okay.
Make worth and wrong! Beyond seek! Seek!
Oh, much better performance.
Another glorious battle.
Open up the chest. Okay, let's go open the door. Ooh, nice purple. Could have easily gotten out. Oh, there were monsters, though. I guess he could have easily gotten out because there were monsters. How is he not killed by the monsters? Here you go. Here's your animancy book.
You're alive? I mean, you're back. Did you find my notes?
I certainly did.
Yes. The cover's a little worse for wear, but the notes are intact. My findings on squirrel essence are going to change everything.
Squirrel
Everything.
essence. I could have died for
Now,
squirrel
you
essence.
sound like those idiots at the workshop. Believe me, the implications
Because the idiots are correct.
unparalleled. As
Are
everyone
they?
knows, squirrel brains grow and shrink in accordance with the nut season. So I thought, what if a squirrel's soul shrinks too? Huh?
Then your soul must
I've
be
got the
very small.
biggest head in town. Everybody tells. I can't imagine any of my specimens are still intact. But I've got my... Take this. Buy yourself something nice.
What just happened? I heard something about a squirrel.
Idiocy just happened, my dude. Idiocy just happened. Let's get out of here. Okay, we're out. What? Well, they should both be right here. Teleport! Oh, I didn't sleep at all last night. Madam, why'd you shut the door? Because I didn't want Loki coming in. Yeah, you didn't want Blythe.
You emerged from one shore and found me at another. Do you have the stone? Good. The farther it travels, the safer it will be. Even an enchanted stone should not attract the undead. The lake must have imbued it with some power I cannot name. To heal Andra's wound, I must give it a watery grave, commit it to the deepest, darkest ocean. Then I am grateful to have broadened your
Strangest day
experience.
of my life.
Now, will you return? I have coin, if it would help. I can afford my boat passage. medit.
Going to Joseph and seeing what he says.
There you are. You'd been gone so long. What happened at the lake? So there was something supernatural at... But what happened to them?
Remnants were
Oh,
drawn to
this is
us.
going to bother me. Ah, well. Now, I should get to work on the new... Surely someone's died somewhere.
Animancy, grave robbing. People sure have fun around here.
Maybe pick up some eggs and milk while you're out getting corpses. Maybe a nice pastry or two.
Yeah, you know, that does sound nice. Maybe I should do that. There he is.
You've returned. The Lady of Lament assures me that this is better off forgotten.
Okay, I believe her.
By helping me, she owes you, and
Interesting, I could use a god in my
you
pocket.
say that. So, that is that. I believe my time here has come to whatever called you to these shores. I hope it reveals itself soon.
So do I.
Secrets.
I would kill for a standard festering snake fight right now.
Okay. Journal. Iverness. Going back. Yeah, we sell everything. Ah, you've come to see my wares. Well, Coming. Now we're going to use that. Hippity hoppity boo. Sail right on through. Hippity hoppity boo.
Yeah.
Water breathing.
And rock.
Nice death.
We make a good squad.
Yes, we do make a good squad, to be honest. Hello! It is I!
I really don't think you can
The
deny that
envoy.
everything wrong in the world obviously comes from using animancy.
We don't. Not bad.
How else?
Fine. If I ever have any corpse
Oh,
of my
God.
own, I won't use animancy around. Word of advice: give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giatta's about to tear that poor man a new one.
Okay. Unfortunately, that's where I'm
Well, I hope you have a stomach for profanity.
A woman shouting profanity at leadership? Reminds me of home.
She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Animancers fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giatta's put the governor in his place, but it might be the last.
How are you faring?
Not well, apparently. Giatta says it's infected the farms, and every day it gets harder to doubt her.
Just take a blessed day look outside. Doesn't take a genius to see this place is rolling downhill.
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just follow the sound of foul language.
I was hoping to learn some local curses.
Looking forward to seeing what it looks like when animancers fight.
Fior me severno. Not sure how I'm gonna fix this. Oh, actually. This isn't what I wanted. But not like that. Well. Hello.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Come to interfere in Steel-Garrote business again?
It depends on why. Are you doing something that requires my interference?
Certainly not. Besides, I have no more business in Fjord. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Metaphysically speaking, it's unlikely that animals are
While
causing
they
this plague.
theorize and do nothing, the sickness spreads. But worry not, Envoy. The Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adiran interests when the time comes.
Okay, what are you talking about?
We all have our part to play, Envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
I love how I'm just stealing these wares. Like, ooh, they're out here, so thief. Hello? Quilkey's journal. The crop is ruined. There's no denying it now. The Dream Scourge has come to Emerald Stair. Vidaro insists on feigning ignorance. He wants to prevent panic, but we are losing precious time. Lives could be lost. What's more, Giatta has become restless in Fior Mes Invierno. I must remind myself that I once found myself aching for the promise of something greater. I can still hear Yatzil's voice. That first night at Nakuta Deck, our future is a place of risk. Isn't that wonderful? But this time I cannot run. Vidaro cares less for animancy or a legacy. His comfort is king. I keep asking myself, what is the point of all of this if we are abandon animacy at the first sign of struggle? It's not the first sign of struggle. Today, Talub approached me in the market, a bundle of greens in hand. At first, I thought his crops had withered with the usual rot, but upon further expansion, the mold shimmered with a strange glow. I brought back some to my shop for immediate testing. I fear the worst. For days now, Giatta and I pass the gates before sunrise to record the essence in Emerald Stair soils. The results are erratic and unpredictable. The crop, once green and plentiful, is wilted with smells of decay. That's no good.
Genuine healing crystals, purest in all of Eora.
The prices seem a bit steep.
The price is a bit steep.
Can I interest you in some glaveberries or Barrett's bells, perhaps?
Perhaps. Give me 1 second. I am raiding your house for free things. Beautiful actor! I write this without hope, knowing you'll never see it. Every day I come into your tea shop, watch as your lips mutter about the noise and complain about contention. Yet the only contention I feel is within my heart. I order your tea, sit in the corner as you serve other customers, but you never notice. I imagine what has captured your thoughts each time, and you lose focus and stare at the wall with a blank expression. Forever, your magpie.
Welcome to Poria in Velino, the finest legitimate apothecary of Emerald Stair.
Okay. Let's buy all of those. Same thing with this.
ingredients are fully stocked.
All the ingredients are fully stocked. That's nice. Need to upgrade my stuff. Do you have upgrade materials? Check. Dear Llewellyn, you would love it here. The Living Lands is quite the vacation spot. Even the small mushrooms are as large as giant mushrooms. They remind me of Mara. Poor, sad Mara and her mushroom-riddled face. Oh, I haven't met any dragons yet, but I'll let you know the instant we do. Then we can both have dragons. Animancy is so much fun. One of the locals sat me down in front of his machine and told me that my soul is shaped like an orb. Can you believe that? I have her assigned a copy of my famous spell, Tane's chaotic orb, but he said no thanks. His loss, right? Just by getting all of these books into my inventory.
Have you heard? Giatta's causing trouble at the governor's mansion again.
You must admit she has a point. Spirits are truly wonderful, powerful, self-aware, and reach within. Indeed.
Excellent.
The spirits have access to lifetimes of knowledge.
Yeah, the spirits have access to lifetimes of knowledge. Oh, is that cheese mighty? Let's get all the free shit. Steal dishes right out in front of them. Souls are made of essence. Essence is made of why the hospital sphere is visible to the naked eye. Undiscovered gods mapping the beyond. Soul compass, is that something? How do I hide our work from the gods? Tea, soul tea? If I don't settle on a dissertation topic, my mentor is gonna kill me. This parchment is lightly signed as if someone held it over a fire and considered burning, singed. Oh, we made a breakthrough for the first time. The device successfully gathered essence into the Adra's core. I credit the interlocking rings, a design of our colleague took from the ruins across the sea. She believes the rings pull essence out of the surrounding as wind current pulls dust or pollen, though I am troubled about what this implies. When we use animancy to mimic a natural process, we get better results. Why? Ecology of the Living Lands by Arthur Castell. No one can explain why the living lands naturally grow and thrives in an unnatural manner. We have seen plant life consume the mountains overnight. Creatures tall enough to knock over mighty trees, and beneath it all, a potent river of wild essence. Civilization has not found a stable foothold in the living lands. Whenever we try, there's some sort of reprisal. Almost as if the island knows how to shrug us off. Oh, mine. Thanks.
Careful! We'll get thrown out of the pub. We're all ready.
Journal of Valentinu Casanueva. Among the animatic notes and scribbles is a brief expert that catches the attention. I have gained much in my latest initiative, and I have enjoyed myself despite my misgivings. Still, soon we will come to the day when I no longer need either court either of them, and I do long return to my sweet solitude. Until then, however, I must work while Sini's work remains inscrutably meticulous. I have liberated the innovations I feel would be most beneficial to my own goals. And while I bristle at Iselia's continued frivolity, her insights under the influence of drink have proven that her notes contain value I could not find elsewhere. It could be that neither deserves the ill that I am doing to them, but I'd argue that both will benefit by seeing their work through to light, even though the credit will not be given to them.
And when did that happen?
I had one job, and I couldn't even do that.
Hello, Lieutenant.
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Yes. Can I help you?
If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
Okay. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna have to read. I've got time.
My
What's
two
the
youngest
matter?
rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
need them found.
Brasilia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once, but since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to... I think they know each other very well.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Two young Nimdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
Dokily, we're getting the pieces out. I'll show you guys here in a second what I mean. See, there's supports in there. I didn't intend for there to be supports in there. Okay, I'm gonna take a break at this. Continue on. Let's steal their food.
Pour you a drink, good night.
Adalaro, I want to see you again. What about our patrol tomorrow night?
The crops
you wanna
rule.
after
All!
Can anything be done?
The Bly thinks I ought to give up farming, leave Emerald Stair.
And the Annie Master.
Yeah.
Heard them arguing.
Giatta, what's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now. How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I'm also looking into the Dream Scourge.
In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Private discussion. You're arguing
We
in the
have
middle of the
Giatta to
town.
thank for that.
As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our...
So in here, perhaps an animus. I can help.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
We definitely agree on that.
I believe that we can restore the land. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father.
I thought animancers left that bold
They do.
experimentation.
And that's the kind of reckless behavior I'm trying to avoid.
Reckless is all we have time for. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it.
Agreed.
Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Once again, bureaucracy stands in the way of getting things done.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy...
She's the one taking all the risks. Yeah. Let me take her off your hands. I'll make sure nothing goes.
I see you're unfamiliar with animancy.
I
Are
do
you
appreciate
going to
how
tell him
dangerous
about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
If we work together, I wouldn't stand between
Really?
you and your ambitions.
Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from...
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
I understand.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Mesiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is...
Fine by me.
Then I trust you won't overstay your welcome.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Mesiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private.
Another mouth to feed. Maybe we'll need to let Kai hunt more after all.
Is there a campsite for us somewhere nearby? isn't a camp nearby. Let's go. Emerald Stair. We go to this camp. Yeah, I'll talk to you in a second.
You know, I've heard dueling is popular in the Valian republics. You wouldn't think a public argument could feel as brutal, but I'll be damned if Giada didn't draw blood. No doubt. That's why I admire the resolve. Living Landers can be contrarian and combative, but it's still hard to swim against the tide with your own people, especially when it means getting them to face a hard truth. You seem to have turned out okay. You and Giada, come to think of it. She knows who she is and what she believes. She's got more clarity and conviction than I had at her age.
She has more clarity than you have now.
Hey, I am a willing victim of my own delusions.
Sometimes that just makes it easier.
Hey, don't worry. We're talking...
Right. Like, what did you think I was talking about?
Anyway, this camp